I'm Moxie. I like makeup, you like makeup, that's why we're here. And speaking of makeup, guess what we got? We got the Boxycharm for January 2024, first box of the year. And let me tell you, obviously we already used it. Let me tell you, there were no flops in this box, but I'm not gonna give you any spoilers. If you wanna know about the products in that box, you're gonna have to watch the video. I hope you enjoy it. I'm not gonna yap too much in this video like I did the last one. You deserve a shorter video, Moxie. I guess I'll just pass you on to the chick with no makeup, huh? Okay, we're gonna start with the brushes. So these are the Game Beauty Eyes on Me. It's like a 4-pack of essential brushes, and then they retail for $24. First glance, I can never have enough blending brushes. I have a lot of them just because I'm lazy, and you relate, you all relate. You're lazy, you don't want to wash your brushes, so you just get new ones. The applying brush is very similar to me to my Shine Be All Over shadow brush. It just looks like the type of brush to, yeah, kind of like stamp on color. Then we have the smudging brush, which is just like a little flat short brush. Then the detail one is like a tiny little mini flat brush. I'm feeling around when I'm playing with them that they have these little dents in the, over here at the little stick. And it feels weird to me, but it doesn't, like if I grabbed it here, it's just like uncomfortable to hold. But I don't even hold brushes down there anyway, so I don't think it would be an issue for me personally. I usually grab brushes like pretty far down so I have more control on my blending. If you are one of those people who holds their brushes pretty far down, these feel pretty uncomfortable. The dents are not it to me. And these retail for $25 for the 4-pack, which is not terrible. If you've gone to Sephora or MAC or wherever, you'll drop $25 on a single brush. I'm gonna put these to the side, but we are gonna use them because the next product is actually an eyeshadow palette. So this is the OFRA Cosmetics Signature Luxe palette. It's really tiny and compact. I love this for me. This is actually real cute. This is like foam on the side, and it has like faux leather and a magnet to close and open. We have a matte brown, it's a light copper metallic, a highlight, a dark brown, and then a darker copper metallic. We're gonna use truffle for the crease. Okay, cool. This is the color that I expect on a crease color on a neutral palette. It blends really easily. It's very pigmented, so I don't have to fight to get the color on. And the thing that I think I like the most about it is that when I blend it out, it doesn't lose the pigment. You'll know how you use some eyeshadows, and then when you blend them out, it'll lose the initial color of it. And the brush itself blended it out perfectly. This is a little bit of a denser shadow brush, so if you're gonna use it to like blend out big areas like this, you might want to be a little more light-handed than I was. I'm gonna go with the applying brush into this dark brown. It's literally just called brown. And then we're gonna deposit that in the very outer corner. Also, same thing. This is the exact dark brown that I would expect from a neutral palette. It's nice and pigmented. It doesn't feel too chalky. Fallout is not something that I usually judge eyeshadows on because fallout's not really a problem. You just blow it off and whatever. But there is really not any significant fallout from these eyeshadows. Let's see how that blends with the brown, the lighter brown. So same thing with this one. Blending it out is not making it lose the pigment, and I'm here for that. Dark brown is also blending really well into the lighter brown without losing the actual intensity of the dark brown. So far so good. And then the applying brush applies the color very well, and it helps to blend out a little bit more specific places, so I'm here for that. Next, I am gonna grab another brush of mine. Okay, so we have 2 metallics here, and I want to use both of them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the darker one at the top, and then we're gonna use this one at the bottom. So this one's called Clay. It's like a dark copper color, and I'm gonna use this other brush that's very similar to the one that I just used to deposit it in the middle, and then a little bit a little bit more in the inner area of the lid itself. Oh, that's a pretty color. I'm just depositing it all over. I personally usually like to deposit metallics, glitter, and stuff with my fingers because I feel like I get a better color payout when I do that. But this metallic is being a fucking trooper and it's applying very, very smoothly. And it's also blending out into that brown like nobody's business. So that is really pretty. Next, I'm gonna go with the highlight. I'm gonna use the little detail brush for the highlight, and then I'm just gonna deposit that in the very inner corner of my eye. It's a nice little white cream, you know, like eggshell, and it's called Rodeo Drive. It's actually really nice. I really like this highlight color. It seems like it would be usable not only with a neutral palette, but with whatever colors you want. If you want like a whitish highlight color, but don't want it to be like super, super white, because the one that I usually use is white. The blending ability, at least with the same formula, the same eyeshadow, is really, really good. They kind of just seamlessly blend into each other, and I'm kind of fucking here for it. This palette is so easy to work with. This would be like a really cute, I'm in a hurry, 5-minute makeup, let's go. Like I want to do like a quick glam type thing. The brush, perfect also for this, like little details. I know that I covered a little bit more ground with it, but it also, it wasn't a handicap that it was so small to be able to like cover a bigger area, because it does retain the eyeshadow very well, even though it's a very small brush. So far, I'm into it. I'm gonna quickly put some concealer under my eyes so that I can move into putting the other metallic color under my eye. With the last brush, the smudging brush, we're gonna go into Divine. It's this other, it's also like a little copper color, but it's way lighter. It looks more champagne in the camera, but in person it looks a little bit more copper. And then I'm just gonna use that for the entirety of the bottom part of my eye, and then I'm just gonna drag it out. I'm then gonna go back with the highlight, and I'm just gonna put it in the very inner corner here in the bottom as well. I'm kind of living for this palette. The formula is super creamy. It blends out great. The colors are super pigmented. It's kind of everything that you would expect an eyeshadow palette to be, and a little more. Like I'm weirdly satisfied with everything about this palette. This retails for $32. It has 5 full-size colors. They're all different. They make a whole look. This is half the price of other palettes that do not work nearly as well. I am not gonna name any names. Price doesn't necessarily make the quality, you know? So my face is done, but I wanted, in kind of the same line as the eyeshadow palette, I wanted to use this OFRA highlight that I've had for a while, and this is actually one of my favorite highlighters. This is actually from their collab with Nikki Tutorials, and I fucking love Nikki Tutorials. And this highlight is so perfect because it almost resembles that highlight color in the bottom, except this is more like champagne. And look at that highlight. Ugh. That highlight is so insane. I don't do neutral, I've said that before, but when I do, this is the highlight that I pick up. Between this one and the Fenty one, but I like this one way better. Look at that. 0 effort. Nikki Tutorial, I'm sure Nikki Tutorials didn't collab on this, hoping people would be subtle with it. Anyways, my face is done. That means that we get to go on the next face, which is the mascara. So this is the, and I'm probably gonna say this wrong, this is the RODIAL XL mascara in black. This mascara retails for $32, and then I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, I'm gonna bring you in. Hi. And then we're just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. And then we know that I am not a layerer of mascara. I don't layer my mascara. I'm a firm believer that if you have a good mascara, I don't have to clean up, come back, clean up, come back, clean up, come back. If you have a good mascara, I just have to put it on and go on about my day. I didn't have to clean a lot of product off of it. It didn't look like it had like all of this excess product on it that I needed to clean up. I'm okay cleaning some mascara off of my eye. What I don't like is like having to come back and forth and layering that mascara. My issue is that if you're making making me make your product work, then your product doesn't work. You know what I mean? So this is a really pretty mascara, but I'm not gonna spend $32 on a mascara when I can spend $29 in a mascara that does the same thing and even a little better. However, the RODIAL mascara is not bad. It doesn't clump up. You don't have to like take out a bunch of excess product off of it or anything. And it does add a little bit of length. It's not that crazy. And again, this is all coming from somebody who does not layer her mascara. Do with that what you will. So we're gonna go straight into the Context Skin Duo Lip Liner. The reviews on this on the Ipsy page are already a little sussy baka because, and then these are, I've already used these, so don't come for me. That's pretty much maybe like a millimeter more is what comes here. This is not a twist off, so you don't twist this up or down. And as you can see, I have already tried sharpening it and it's not a sharpening either. So let's say that you get about this much eyeliner that you can actually use. I can't tell you because I'm not gonna sharpen the entire thing and then lose it. But this dual eyeliner retails for 20 bucks, which if it's the whole thing and you can actually sharpen it, perfect. That's actually a really good price point. But I'm not gonna speak too much on the price point because I'm unsure or whether or not you can just like sharpen it all the way down. But that being said, we're gonna go in with it. I'm gonna use the Forever Free side. It's like a little nude. So I like this lip liner because, tell you. Okay, so this feels like a lip liner, not like, I don't know if you guys will remember, hang on. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was this lip liner that I tried a while ago. The Beauty Vault ones, those felt like thin lipsticks. And then my issue with that is that I feel like I can't trust them not to run, but these feel like a harder wax, like the way a lip liner should feel. You know what I mean? They blend in pretty well. I fuck with it. I have no reason to hate it other than I question the amount of product available to actually use versus the price point. But again, the product itself works really well. I love the colors that it brings too. So I'm gonna jump straight into lip gloss. It is the Half Caked Instant Crush Lip Gloss Duo. And the shades for this are Mesmerize and Crystal Baller. Mesmerize, Crystal Baller. This one, it's so fucking pretty and I really wanna use it, but because we're already in like a neutral type of palette, I'm gonna hold off on it. But I am gonna swatch it for you. There we go. The white one has this like pink iridescence to it. God, I just love it. It shows up way better in person than it does on camera. I can't do anything about that, but it's such a pretty fucking lip gloss. And I will definitely be giving that a lot of use. And if you've hung out on this channel before, you know that I'm a lip gloss whore. I very rarely use matte colors. I'm always using lip gloss. These just kind of smell like lip gloss, which is fine. Not like chemical. Oh, that's so pretty. Wow. I love this. This is, again, it's like a nude lip gloss. I love that. I love that. I love that. Now, I will say, so I don't mind lip glosses that are a little tacky, a little sticky. I feel like the half-caked lip glosses, they're not super sticky, but they're a little sticky. Like I'm mentioning it. So they're obviously, I can feel it. If you don't like sticky lip glosses, then maybe half-cake instant crushes aren't for you. If you have like that sensory issue, maybe not. But if you're one of those people who doesn't necessarily mind it, then these are great. The last product that we have is actually a perfume, so there's really not much that I can say to you because I can't show you how it works. I can't show you how it feels. I can show you a color or anything like that, but I'll still go over it. The product that we actually have is a PINROSE roll-on perfume. Now, they gave you a couple of options to choose if you wanted the perfume. So there were different fragrances of the same brand. I chose Pillowtalk Poet because it said that it has notes of powder, ambergris, and musk. The reviews are insane. People are saying I didn't quite like the smell. It was a little dated. Smelled like something my grandmother would smell. Somebody said I normally love getting perfume, but this scent was absolutely no smell at all. Very disappointing. People are saying that people are complaining that it smells like powder. People are complaining that it smells musky. People are complaining that it smells like alcohol. People are going wild over this perfume. And I am here to tell all of these people that they can go suck on an egg. First of all, I will bet anything that people picked the perfume didn't read the notes of the fragrance that they were buying, and now they're complaining that it smells like those things. Because I don't know if you heard me, a couple of seconds ago, I said that it says powder, ambergris, musk. And then the complaint of something smells like alcohol to me just sounds like you picked the perfume, you put it on, and you immediately smelled it. I was looking for a perfume, and it's funny because that's actually the description that it said. It was like perfect for like a night in bed or whatever. I was actually looking for a perfume that I could wear straight out of the shower and just kind of use it at home, just so that I could kind of smell like something other than my soap. I like smelling good. That's my point. And I feel like if I don't have perfume or a splash or something on, I don't know, I feel like empty. Anyways, that's what I was looking for, and I feel like that's exactly what I got with this perfume. It smells like clean. Like, you smell nice and clean, but you also smell like a little bit of flowery. So I feel like the notes are on point. I think this actually smells really good. It's nice and subtle. You know how there's people who like walk past you and you almost want to cuff because they smell too much like perfume, but then there's people who walk past you and you just kind of, that's what I like. I like to use perfumes that will leave maybe like a faint trail of what is that smell, instead of like making people cough, but I want to smell good. I don't know if I'm explaining myself very well here, but that's what I like. And I feel like that's what this does. It's very pleasant. It doesn't smell super intense. Hang on. Okay, sorry. There was no reason for me to still keep my bangs up. So all the negative reviews can suck an egg. Final thoughts. The brushes do what they say that they will do. They worked really well with the eyeshadows that we used. The blendability of all of them was really nice. Even the small ones can cover a lot of space, even though they're really small. It's because they have a really good product retention. Again, these little dents in the middle are a little weird to hold on to. For me, it's not a problem because I hold them a little bit farther up when I do my makeup. But if you're one of those people who holds them down here, it might be a little weird. It's uncomfortable. I'm gonna go with maybe like a 9. They do their job, but that design, it feels like they tried to do something different to make it comfortable for people, but then just went so far off the end that it became the opposite. Next up, we have the OFRA Luxe palette. This thing is a 10 out of 10. That's it. Prices all around perfect, travel size, great price point, formula great, pigment great, blendability great. This is the perfect neutral palette. Next up, we have the RODIAL XL mascara. This mascara, even though I know that I gave it a little bit of shit comparing it to the El Maquillage mascara, it's a good mascara. It lengthens, it gives you a little bit of volume, it's not super clumpy, you don't have to take off 40 pounds of excess mascara from the one before you use it. So I'm gonna go with an 8 maybe, because the price point is a little ambitious for what you're giving me. Next, we have the Context Dual Lip Liners. The product itself is really good. They blend really well together. I used the darker one on my corners and then the other one on the bottoms. Is what you're being giving in the product worth the $20 price point? If I can get more product by sharpening it, then I am gonna give it a 9 because it's a little confusing. If I can't sharpen it, that's gonna probably drop it down to a 3, because even though the product's good, you're literally giving me only the tip of the liner and nothing else. And 20 bucks for a tiny tip of a liner that you can't even sharpen is insane. That's literally a scam. The Half Cake lip glosses. These colors are gorgeous. Goes on very easily, very seamlessly. You don't have to keep like digging in and putting on, because they are a little on the stickier side. I'm gonna go with a 9. And then last but not least is the perfume, and I kind of already gave my final thoughts on it. It is powdery, it is musky, it is a little bit floral. This perfume smells great. It's very subtle, but it's still, you can still smell it. Like, you'll get a whiff of it now and then, and you'll like, it feels pleasant to smell. So yeah, the perfume is gonna be a 10 for me. Fight me. Oh, so that's all the products in the Ipsy Boxycharm for January 2024, first box of the year. No flops, This was a good box. Let me know down in the comments if you got your Ipsy box. Did you get the same product I did? What did you get different? And do you agree with my opinions of the products or not? Why not? Don't forget to follow me on all of my socials. It is at got_Moxie on everything, every platform. I am mainly more active on Instagram and Twitter. I'm trying to work on being a little bit more active on TikTok. I just always forget. Other than that, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye.